Yes. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. You know what I'm excited about. You know what it is. Ah, man. So, hi everyone. Hello. How's everyone doing? Oh man, it's been a very fast-paced last 15 minutes for me. I just got back from work, and I really want to do this stream with you guys. I've been running around. I actually had my own interaction with the police today, but guess what? They were super cool with me. It was a brief little contact. I like to think it's because I didn't have a concealed weapon as a felon. Maybe that's why I got away from the police without incident. I was doing an investigation, and someone thought I was a suspicious person, which is fair because I was being suspicious. But yes, Jeremy, oh boy, Jeremy, got himself arrested today. Got himself 8 holds on his paperwork thing that I don't really know too much about. I don't know the details, folks. I really don't. This all started this morning. Someone, you know who you are, commented, yeah, I just saw someone, and this isn't your voice, I hope, well, not that I hope, you can have this voice, it's totally cool, but I'm just giving a voice, right? So I saw someone on the side of the road in a high-vis jacket and some sunglasses, and they were handcuffed and sitting down, they were riding a bike. It might have been Jeremy. I think Jeremy spotting? Again, not making fun of you, it was a voice. And then all of a sudden, real world police is like, Jeremy's been arrested, more to follow. And then all of a sudden, everyone's blowing up my YouTube. Like, did you know about this? Ladies and gentlemen, of course I know about it. But I appreciate you, Olivia. I don't think I'm ready for that yet. I just kind of caught it out of the corner of my eye. Things are blowing up. We finally get the information. He's got 2 holds. He's been arrested. His pictures, him in his high-vis jacket that I'm pretty sure he brought on Dr. Phil, which was fantastic. I've seen that thing in person. What's up? Because I was on Dr. Phil. How you doing? So, hey, Matt. How's it going? Thank you. Don't know the situation. I'm not going to put out anything until I actually know what's happening, but I am very excited about it. I think he made bond. I think he is out again. I don't really know entirely, which I'm actually excited about that because Master Sergeant Retired put out a video yesterday where he interviewed a guy who knew Jeremy over a decade ago. And there's some very interesting stuff about Dewitte's stolen valor in there. So hopefully Jeremy does a video on that. We will see. But Laura, thank you. But today we're gonna go back to March 19th because things have just been piling up. There've been so many good videos by Dewitte. This is the one about the domestic violence update. Let me show you. Plus those Chicago chairs, day in the life of Jeremy Dewitte. And the reason I want to go over this one is because, first of all, I believe there are a lot of things that he said that are outright lies. I have not watched this thing. I've skipped around a bunch. I understand that he takes some jabs at me, which is why this is a clap back. Clapping back at Jeremy, yeah. And we hit that button for good measure. Folks, if you're new to this, this is the button I hit when I catch Jeremy in a lie, or sometimes when I catch him breaking the law. This is a cup. It says -37. If you're not familiar with -37, that is the score that Jeremy got on his polygraph that indicated that he was being deceptive, according to Gil Witt, and the scoring system he used. Now, I don't take too much stock in the whole polygraph thing, but it is very fun to use the -37. This is my new camera. It finally came in, folks. I know my camera's garbage right now. It's awful. I get it. It's a cute little camera, though. This is my new one. It shoots 4K. It does 120 frames per second. I think it does 6K, but I don't think I have a computer that can handle editing that, so we're probably never going to touch it. It's nice. It's bulky. I was going to use it today, but this is the battery that I was supposed to have. I could just plug into the wall, and it doesn't have the actual battery bit. I guess they failed to send that. So we're still using the old one. We're going to buy a new one once we get this replaced, and maybe it just like dropped on the floor. My floor is kind of a mess. There's still some shards of broken cup back here, and I'm building a gym over there, like a little weight cage situation, because I'm getting a little chubby. Okay, got a little butterface there. Anyway, Oh, Pebmets, thank you. Don't forget the second E in his name. That's right. A wise man says little. He keeps talking, and now he pays the price. That's what I've been saying the entire time, man. I'm glad we're on the same page. If he had just sort of gone into a little hidey hole and waited this out, he would have been fine. Olivia, thank you. And Shell Shock, thank you. A parody of Jeremy's latest video. I haven't seen it yet. I have not. I'll be watching it for the first time on the stream in the very near future. I'm hoping to do like stream after stream after stream this week, maybe 3 in a row. I don't know. My life is crazy right now, so I'm just like, screw it. I don't need free time. I need to go over what's happening in the real world. Eddie, thank you. So, yeah, Motor One's camera does even better. Yeah, so that's the situation we're in. What are your questions? Go. All right, time's up. So we're gonna get into this video real quick. We're gonna figure it out real fast, and yeah, we're gonna just watch this video. I'm gonna try not to. Oh, where's our safety brief? I can't give you one. I don't have my iPro. It's over there, in a box over there. It's fine. Anyway. That's enough rambling from me. All right, 6 minutes of rambling. That's not bad compared to my usual nonsense. I'm going to keep going for just 1 second. I'm going to be stopping this video a lot and just talking. Last stream, I think I talked for 20 minutes straight in between bits of video, which is very long. I'll try not to do that this time. We'll see. Domestic violence is something that means a lot. Well, not means a lot to me, but the investigation, the prevention of domestic violence means a lot to me. I got a little carried away. I will be cutting a lot. I will be talking a lot. That's how this goes. This is a stream. It's designed to be, audience interaction. If you're in the stream, I hear it's a lot of fun. If you're watching the stream after the fact, it's going to be a lot less fun, although some people do enjoy it as sort of like a podcast situation. Oh, speaking of podcasts, you guys remember our boy Matt? Was it the one who... no, so I'm sorry, Mark Bell. He is the agent who owns the LLC Metro State Services now. We were like, who is this guy? Well, it turns out he also lives in Florida. He also works in a field where he rides motorcycles. He is familiar with Jeremy Dewitte. From my understanding, he doesn't terribly like Jeremy Dewitte. He, one day, noticed that Jeremy's LLC had been dissolved, and he decided, I'm going to buy it. That'll be fun. And he did, and I think he tried to buy a couple other ones. He actually called me today. We talked. It was great. He's a really nice guy. I'm sorry, this was probably, if Jeremy hadn't been arrested today, this would have been the best part of my day. It was just phenomenal, and I can't answer that phone call right now. I just got completely derailed from my train of thought. Anyway, so he bought it, and now he's sending cease and desist letters to Jeremy, being like, "Hey, stop using the name of my company," which is the best thing. Mark, you get a stamp of approval. Until I get my little bell. We're using this. I have to be careful not to stamp the camera. This is a very expensive camera, and I'm so excited to use it. So, anyway, I think that's it. I think that's. I'm going to stop this halfway through and remember something I didn't think of. So. We're going to start watching the video. I don't have headphones on me right now because I was in such a rush to make this happen. So I have the audio down really low on my computer. I'm going to put captions on. I'm so sorry if you guys don't like the captions. Mitch, thank you so much. Frank Perry, also, thank you so much. Hey, I'm glad it makes your night. And you guys do keep coming back, so I must be doing something right. Yeah? It's the shelves is what does it. It gives that air of professionalism that I don't give. Let's get into this. If it will let me. There we go. Oh yeah, no, I'm sorry. If you feel like subscribing, I'd love that. If you don't, you do you. If at any point you're like, this is a good video, hit that like button. And sorry. All right, we're gonna keep going. And tell me if the audio is needs better mixing. Because I can't tell. I think his video might be a little high. All right. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Dennis. Put the put the camera away. I'm making you nervous. You know what? It's not a bad idea. We're gonna throw that down there. I do look. It's the Italian in me. I get a little handsy. All right, this right here. We've already seen this situation. This is the domestic incident. We're gonna skip past it because we've already seen it. This is a recap.
Deputy with all DNA.
Video volume is too loud. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, I thought it might be.
Appreciate
Let
your
me know if
service,
that's better.
okay? But I don't care who you are, who he is.
Okay, he's still in jail.
I'm
Good.
gonna make sure my wife's
All
okay.
right. Ah, that's a shame though, because then we won't get his video response for the Omarski thing. I'm sorry, Rennie. Yeah, no, I have an audio mixer here, but I can't tell. It's not always as accurate as I would like. I've turned it down to half in the video. But yeah, sorry about that. No, it's my desktop audio is way too high. My mic is exactly where it can be. It's as high as it can go. So, cool. Better. All right.
Once she's clear, then you can go ahead and try to find out whatever you're trying to find out right now, okay? Here we go. Let me find some socks.
Steve-O, thank you. Yeah, I want a ghost car.
Can you hold this for
Hey,
yourself
what's up, Justin?
for a second?
And we're just skipping through.
See you today.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, what's up, guys? So, just kind of reaching out to you today. Wanted to talk. It's so many comments.
So many comments.
So many misunderstandings.
So many
But
misunderstandings.
Today, just trying to enjoy spring break. While I was going through the comments, I just noticed so much. I wanted to say something.
I'm going to tell you guys right now. Going through the comments, especially his comments, is probably rarely enjoyable for him. So I don't think he's enjoying spring break going through the comments. Thank you, Levi, and thank you, Flea. Yes, I have to read your email. I'm so sorry.
We're just hanging out at the inlet house.
Okay, I know. A lot of pauses. The hanging out at the inlet house. Now, it kind of sounds like he's trying to imply that he has a second house on an inlet. Now, an inlet is usually, so you have a body of water, and then you have a little scoop of whatever. It kind of looks like he's on a lake. We actually figured out where this house was. If I remember correctly, it belongs to Leanda McMurtry, who is a longtime family friend of his mother's and presumably of Jeremy's. And Jeremy's worked for her when she ran a security company. At least that's what the information I have says. And thank you, McAddicts. 0 in the comments. That's right. But make sure you tell the police that before they go into your room. So this isn't like a second house he owns. This is probably still within the 9th district, which he is not allowed to leave. Certainly not now that he's been arrested. But he's wording it in a way, as per usual, that makes it seem like he has more than he does, or he's somewhere he's not, et cetera, et cetera. Boston Cage Cam. What does that mean? He's arrested in Boston? Eddie, I'm going to look into that, but thank you for your donation. So I'm going to give him a little smackaroonie on that, because what is happening with my forehead's so shiny? Because I'm sweating because I've been running around. The green screen is... Anyway, it doesn't matter. Don't worry. Don't look at that. Don't look at that. All right. So, yeah, that's his first little smackaroonie of the evening.
Over by the beach, we get out to the ocean and we go enjoy time out there. Beautiful deck. We hang out there, watch fireworks. I'm just really confused on where some of the misunderstandings.
I bet he's confused.
And I just wanted to address that. But, one of the things I had to do is put on one of my pairs of sunglasses.
There it is. There's the first thing. He's trying to come back at me. So, I made my video, Day in the Life of Blue Bacon, where I made fun of him, and one of the things I made fun of him was his box full of identical-looking sunglasses. This is when I was staring into the sun, which is actually just a giant spotlight that I have. So he watched that. Phenomenal. Valor reached God status. Yes. Oh, that one private in the Army. Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoy them, and thank you so much for your donation. That's going to go back to the channel and probably buy me some more lights so I can work with my camera better, my new one. It's going to look all professional. So let's keep listening to the nonsense he says.
Before I came outside from my box full of sunglasses, because now I'm kind of learning how to vlog this stuff and do this, and
yeah,
kinda
he
get an
still needs a
idea.
lot to learn.
One
Needs
of
a
the
lot
things I
to
can
learn.
do is
Still
look
has
at
a lot to learn.
analytics and actually see where it says that the majority of the people, they only watch a certain amount of the videos.
Yeah.
And
here's
here's the thing:
no, I'm going to let him keep talking. I'm sorry.
if you're not watching the full video, then how can you even post a comment off the whole entirety of the video?
So what he's basically saying is nobody watches his videos for very long. Well, that's not what he's saying, but it sure sounds like it, doesn't it? Kind of sounds like people are only watching a very small amount. He's kind of getting butthurt that people are posting mean comments about it. I'm pretty sure people are opening up the video and then like clicking pause after, it starts playing and then leaving a comment, and that's bringing down his view total, his average view time to quite a small amount. He's getting really upset about that. I would encourage you not to harass him, but I'm not your mother. So that's just me. Thank you, Mark. Hey, wait. Hey, how's it going, Mark? Hey, we're just talking about you. Anyway, Kevin, thank you. Corey, thank you. Oh my computer is freaking out right now. And C. Carl Go from a story on WESH. Local law enforcement continues to harass my client, Amir Ladan Dewitte's attorney, just before the storm for your late trucks. Oh my God, is Amir really? The police are still stopping my client from breaking the law as he continues to break the law. So as we see from videos like this one, this one, maybe he's not breaking the law in this one, but he uploads videos where he is breaking the law. Seatbelt violations, distracted driving, unlawful use of lights to escort a wedding, something he is absolutely not allowed to do. Like even in Jeremy's videos, which he claims is like, but people edit the videos so I look bad. Like, you are editing your videos, or you are responsible for it. You're the one, this is your channel. You are the representative of this channel, and I assume you have the final say-so about what goes on your channel. And you're letting things come on your channel that are violations of the law. So what's your excuse, bro? Of course police are watching you. You're breaking the law, you dingus, Matthew. Oh my God, that's adorable. Thank you so much. Dispatch Guardian. Hey, what's up, MP veteran? How you doing? He keeps hiding all my comments. Yeah, no, he won't let anything anything negative through or on. It's pretty intense. Now I'll say it right now, and you guys know this because I had like 3 days of purging. It was so good for my soul. Yes, sometimes there are people you do need to sort of ban and boot and delete comments because it's creating a toxic comment environment. And personally, I pride myself in my interaction with my community. So I go through many of those comments. And if someone's creating an environment that I'm like, this sucks, I don't want to go through my comments anymore because of this particular dude, so I can sympathize to a degree, but he does it like to an extreme. And it's fair. Hey, it's his channel. It's whatever. Which is why we come here and we discuss it, because he won't let it happen there. But anyway, your friendly LEO, he was arrested today. That is right. What a champion. What a champion.
When you've only watched whatever length of the video that you have. I honestly, whether you want to believe it or not, because a lot of you will talk shit and say that I immediately went out and posted this video. I didn't want to post any of this information at all.
Sure.
I was standing in the ER when one of the paramedics or one of the deputies texted me a smart-ass comment.
I love evidence of that. Jeremy has this horrible habit of just making things up. And we know this because of how he's made things up about me. I just have a platform to refute or dispute or debate, although that time is over, the things he says. I'd love to see evidence that this did come from a paramedic or law enforcement and why they had his number. Now, the video of him following that ambulance, which was carrying his wife, we know that now, that was posted, I believe, before he arrived to the hospital. That was posted basically right after it happened, if I remember correctly. And if I have this correct, it's very possible for anyone to have sent a message. Why Why do they have your numbers? What I want to know. Why does law enforcement have your personal number? Why would the paramedics have your personal number? It's possible. It's certainly possible. It just seems very weird to make this claim. Like, back it up. Back up your information.
About being in the ER and it being on YouTube or Facebook, actually.
Right, Vincent? Thank you.
When I was following the ambulance, because of COVID policies, I couldn't transport in the ambulance. Plus, I had the baby, and as you can see in the video, I was
That checks
2
out.
minutes behind because I had to load her up. While I was following the ambulance, somebody was actually following me and videotaping me following the ambulance, and then they put it on Facebook. And then I guess one of the paramedics or one of the deputies was commenting and giving information, which
I don't know. Whatever the timeline was, I don't think it made sense when we sort of checked it. I wasn't heavily involved in that timeline checking, so I can't say for sure. But it's amazing, Jeremy, when you are a public figure, when you are doing everything you can to make yourself a public figure, when you're going on Dr. Phil, when you're going to your local news station, when you're making these videos, when you're trying to be a public figure, it's amazing that you become a public figure and people follow you and notice you and wonder what you're doing. So there's these things for celebrities called paparazzi. You're starting to get some. All right. Now you know. Now you know what it's like. This is something you asked for by doing all of this. I'm not saying it's something you deserve, but I am saying that you kind of asked for it. It's kind of like when I was beaten up at the protest. It's kind of asking for it. Did I deserve it? I like to think no. But did I put myself in a situation where it's like, of course that happened? Yeah. Yeah. I know that now. I learned my lesson. But does Jeremy ever learn his? No. Apparently not. Do I think he'll make bail? I don't really think he will. I think it's smart. It would be smarter for him not to, just to wait it out, because his court case is pretty soon. I don't know if he even has the money for it. You know, how can he afford bail and all that cologne? Doesn't make sense. And Dennis, you're hitting that nail on the head.
I don't know about you all. I mean, you can talk all the shit you want about me.
That permission. That sounds like permission, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't mind, if he ever files a lawsuit against me, this is the clip I'm saving. And I have actually downloaded this clip so I can be like, well, actually, he gave me permission to talk mad smack about him. So you can't sue me for doing that. D-Rex, yeah. 8 holds, 5,000 bail. That's a lot of money. It's significant. Volume up on Dewitte. Got it, doing it, did it.
I didn't swear to protect or I work for Osceola County Sheriff's Office or fire department. And I never took an oath to Osceola County.
He would if he could, though. Oh, see, there it is, the green screen. It's freaking me out. I see him. What is going on with my face? That's what I get for balding. I'm not really balding. I hope.
I do funeral escorts. So I'm a little confused where a lot of you think it's okay that somebody within the sheriff's office that's taken an oath to protect the residents of Osceola is allowing and doing things like posting information about what happened at my home before anybody even knew what was going on. You all can talk all you want about me posting the video. We only immediately put the video up because we wanted to show the truth before Real World or somebody else got the video, edited it like they always do.
Now, wait. How are they going to edit the video? Jeremy, you're the one who has the video. Those deputies didn't have body cameras. And if I say officers, I believe they were deputies. My moderator gets really mad at me when I use that wrong. They didn't have body cameras. You're the only one with the video. What are you talking about? Who's you can't request your video from Orange County if they don't have your video. What is that? Somebody explain that to me. Now, Jeremy also thinks like, oh, there's a leak within Orange County. Like, bro, we've just been doing mad FOIA requests for everything, and thank you, Cannonland. Anyway, I will keep going.
That I beat my wife. Just so those are very clear, and I'm sure you all will talk crazy again, I've never raised my hand to a woman ever.
That's great. No, I'm glad he didn't. He only sexually assaulted one and committed and was convicted of lewd and lascivious battery in the 3rd degree in 2005. But that's none of my business. But he would never beat a woman. He'd only have sex with one who was definitely underage. Yeah. Now, while I'm paused, I have been sent the arrest video of Jeremy. Do we want to do a breaking news? Cut to that real quick. Are we feeling that? I'm kind of feeling that. Let's do that. All right, we'll come back to Jeremy. We'll whatever. We'll see what happens. Why does he have an expert marksmanship badge? Yes, that's an excellent question. We have no idea. Not a clue. But, it's because the uniform looked fancy. Like, look, I have one too. Yeah, I think the girl was 15. Anyway, we're going to... Oh, look at that. Look at that. On the news. Let's check it out.
You're watching exclusive video of the latest arrest of Jeremy Dewitte.
Yep, that's him.
He and another man dressed in similar clothing were pulled over
two.
on I-4 near Fairbanks, but only Dewitte was placed in handcuffs by Orange County Sheriff's deputies and walked to a patrol car for transport to the Orange County Jail.
Now, that is interesting. I assume it's because Dewitte was directing traffic or because there was already, some sort of warrant out for his arrest that we didn't know about. Or maybe not. I don't know. 8 holds is a lot of holds. We know that Jeremy tends to be a lot more aggressive in his actions, a lot more intense, a lot more criminal, perhaps, than the other people with him. So it is my assumption that no. Is he being targeted? I don't think that may be the case. I think it's entirely possible, if not entirely likely, that Jeremy was absolutely doing something that went well above what that second person was doing. This isn't just about the look, people. It's never been just about the look. It's the look plus the actions. Now, all of his people generally look the same, but Jeremy is the one that is usually doing the crazy actions, which is why Jeremy is the one that all the focus is on. At least that's how it appears to me. Let's keep watching this.
That officer right there disarmed the security officer.
Oh, but he's not even security, right? So is he impersonating a police officer? Is he impersonating a security guard? Both of them fall into the same statute, by the way. I love that there's just some rando out here. And I say that with, in a good way. Just being like, what is happening up there? While we're just, losing our minds like, you don't even know what you got, bud. Oh, I love it so much.
A man who wishes to be identified only as Alex recorded this cell phone video.
What if it's Alex Ringdahl? Or no, it's Alec. God, I was so close. That would have been hilarious. Thank you, that one private in the Army. And Vincent Hawk, thank you. You could hear the sergeant even in Canada.
Minutes before we arrived and described a loud confrontation between
Do you think it contained the word sergeant? Do you think that was... Who is blowing up my... Hold on. Okay, I gotta... Yeah, I know. What are you doing?
Officers and the 2 men on motorcycles.
They're telling them to get on the ground. They're yelling at them.
Yeah, I bet.
And they're pointing guns at them this whole time. They let the second guy go with his gun belt when they took the gun belt away from the guy that they arrested.
I'm guessing it's because either the other guy didn't have his concealed or the other guy was not a felon, right? There are so many reasons why this would be acceptable. And Jeremy's in jail, be like, this isn't fair. I was targeted. And of course, Amir is going to be playing damage control, like my man was targeted, which is fair, right? That's the card you would want to play. But there are many, many reasons why it would only be Dewitte that we don't have to even go into, they're unfairly harassing him for. Did Jeremy just post a video? Oh my God. Oh my goodness. The Orange County Jail Register says he's being held for having a concealed weapon as a felon. Oh, no, you rock. Thank you. Thank you.
Dewitte is a convicted sex offender.
There he is.
Served 4 years in prison for lewd and lascivious assault on a teenage girl.
Yes, he did.
According to the arrest...
Did he serve... He didn't serve all 4 years. Maybe? I don't remember. It's a problem. There's too much information in this old noggin of mine.
Affidavit, Dewitte is now charged with carrying a concealed weapon by a convicted felon. Inside his law enforcement-style firearm holster, the deputies say they found a tear gas gun or chemical weapon. It's the same kind of pepper spray device that Dewitte showed Wesh to investigate when we first met in September of...
hold on. Now, concealed weapon, does that include a pepper ball gun? I'm going to assume yes. I'm looking forward to seeing the arrest affidavit and all the other paperwork. But yeah, usually he has it out in the open. So maybe if his jacket was covering it, that would count. That's something I have to look into. When I actually do a video on this whole situation, I am going to have looked into it by then. Just a little food for thought.
Felon. Inside his law enforcement style firearm holster, the deputies say they found a tear gas gun or chemical weapon. It's the same kind of pepper spray device that Dewitte showed Wesh 2 Investigates when we first met in September of 2019. That was right after his arrest for impersonating an officer. Dewitte claims his security business, primarily escorting funeral processions, is legit, though his own helmet cam video, seized for evidence, shows him variously rude, some would argue threatening, to drivers during those processions.
Who says that?
Police officer. Listen, I know what I'm allowed to do and what I'm not allowed to do.
He has consistently denied being a fake cop.
At no point should I ever been pulled over. At no point should I have ever been.
No. It's not like you were crossing double yellow lines and speeding and putting lives at risk. No reason you should have been pulled over. Except, wait, that was what was happening.
Put in handcuffs.
And his attorney says the latest arrest is just more proof, quote, local law enforcement continues to harass.
This just in, police arrest criminals, more at 11.
My client in Orange County, Greg Fox, Wesh 2 News.
And that was that. All right. So yes, Jeremy did post a new video. It's 30 minutes long. We're not going to touch it today, but we will get into it. When I have more information, we're, of course, going to do that. So we're going to go through this one. And then, what is happening with my lighting? That's so weird. Anyway, it's going to distract me the entire time. I want you to know that. Laura, I don't know if that worked out the way you wanted it to. But thank you. Anyway, we'll do that video later. We'll do his new video later. Give him the button. You know what? I think he deserves it. That's a good call. That's a good call right there. I appreciate that. Good for you. Little button right there. He's crying about the arrest. Wait, he's did a video from jail? We're going to stream about that later. What is going on? All right, we're going to watch this video. I'm going to see if I can fix my green screen. Anyway.
I've never put my...
Oh, thank you, Peb Metz. Appears one of the officers with Dewitte's favorite sergeant. Oh, no, his favorite sergeant got him. Ah, gosh, I guess it's almost like the police don't care if you're breaking the law. His Orange County accommodation tonight will be his 7th room in his house. Yes. Tracking the new video. It will happen at a different date. Laura, thank you. Thank you so much. Let's keep going.
Hands on a woman, ever. A real man never puts his hands on a woman unless they're for love. One of the first things...
Unless she consents to the handcuffs and the whips, it's out. You can't do it. It's got to be for love. But consensually. It's amazing that a registered sex offender would think that he gets to have a say in this. And, I mean, to a degree, sure. But, like, a lot of it... He's not out. Someone posted for him and has access to his YouTube account. Got it. Okay. That's a shame. I was really hoping. Just his phone call from jail. I am becoming part of the green screen, and I don't understand it. We're going to see if we can fix it while Jeremy talks.
Things you talk about is that she's outside on the phone. Right. She's outside on the phone because we already called 911 once before.
And I already said, yeah, no, that checks out. Her being outside. Like, it's perfectly reasonable. It's fine.
And I started applying pressure to her head. A very long
big plot
time
twist.
went by.
Long orange handle plate, long handle orange screwdriver, big plot twist. Ah, stop talking, Jeremy. Shut up. I'm very excited about that. All right.
Police car ever show up. It wasn't until my wife, who had then to go outside and make that phone call, she insisted on going outside. She went outside. Once she came back into the house, you're right. She slipped, fell. She hit her head on the counter.
So, I mean, sounds really weird. He's edited his video. There are a lot of cuts here where I think he told the same story multiple times and then edited it together and then like messed up the editing quite a bit. So it sounds like he's repeating himself and doing it like a sort of a cyclical story where it doesn't really make sense. I think it's just an editing issue. I'm going to give it to him. I'm going to allow it. And
then I applied the pressure. I applied the trauma bandage that we did have. We applied a trauma bandage, and I was holding it there.
Just get a paper towel, dude.
A little concerned about the time, and she started to get a little woozy and started to complain a little bit that she was concerned that she was getting very dizzy. At that point, my wife decided to call 911. She went outside to do so. I then brought her back into the home to continue the pressure, and then she got very dizzy, and she did then kind of slip to the floor. I lowered her to the floor.
Like
At
a
that
gentleman.
point, I then picked up the phone and called 911 again to find out what the ETA of the ambulance was because nobody had shown up. When I noticed a deputy radioing that he was on scene and he was calling for additional...
Shell shock. I guess we ain't. We're not getting his live stream. Irene, thank you. Yeah, he is the gift that keeps on giving. Oh, boy, is he. He just keeps going.
assistance. I heard that through our ring system, and I already knew at that point ambulances were going to be a little further behind and that they weren't there because there was a belief of an emergency slip and fall. Those that have been in law enforcement, that are firefighters.
Hold on, I don't know what just happened. What? Wow. That's you guys. All right. How are you guys doing? I don't know what just went down. What is happening? All right, we're going to do that real quick. Give me 1 second, guys. Monday, thank you. Yeah, I got his call up there. And thank you, Caleb. Trying to bandage on this duty belt. Hold on, my thing just wiggitied out. So we're going to... there it is. We got it. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Maybe. All right, now give me just 1 second to see if I can fix this weird green screen thing, because it's super just weird, man. Yeah, maybe. A long handle orange screwdriver. Thank you. It's sign from above to go to the news. All right, look. We'll do a little bit of the newest video, just as a little bit of a tease. Let me. We'll listen to some of that audio. Stand by.
Thank you for using Global
Ooh, that's loud.
It's recorded.
Hold on.
Don't talk unless you need to. Okay. You need to ask you questions to find out what's going on. Did you contact the mayor? Yes. Okay. I text your mom. That's fine. We've been texting all day. What? Me and your mom have been texting all day. Okay.
It's kind of weird.
They arrested me for carrying my weapon in my holster.
Right. $5,000 bond.
And then he's saying it's concealed.
I know. But it's not, because you can see it.
Let me explain why it would be concealed. Your jacket covered it. That's concealed. Wow. Is it visible to the naked eye easily? No. There is something between the observer and the weapon. Good God. It's crazy how that works. That'd be my guess anyway.
And you know what he told me? That we need to get all their body cameras.
I already put in the request.
But smart. That is smart. I can't fault him for that.
Okay. He told me it's Ann Reeves. Reeves too. Reeves, Ramsey, and Miller.
Yes, as he is supposed to do during an arrest. The whole thing gets recorded. What are you talking about? What? So there, what? So there are a couple types of arrests. You have probable cause arrest, which means you have probable cause that a crime has occurred. And then you have like a warrant arrest, which is you have a warrant to arrest somebody. Those are both actual arrests. Once again, Jeremy, the police officer, impersonator, has no idea what he's talking about. What a shock. I honestly do not understand what that means. What he's going for. Now, I haven't looked at you guys and what you've donated because my screen has been weird. Kyle, thank you. I am too young to be a boomer. Volume up a bit. Got it. All right, we're only going to watch a little bit more. Josue? Am I seeing any of your super chats? I saw that one. Josu? I feel bad for, I'm sure I mispronounced. Tobeans, thank you. Let's keep listening. Yes. Wow. Probable cause. Yeah, because there was probable cause to believe you committed a crime. That's how that works. That's not anything fancy. Bigum, thank you. Yes. I don't understand. Like, who's giving him this weird, stupid information? Someone must have witnessed a crime and established that there was probable cause to believe that you had committed that crime, and then you got arrested. You should know this. You've been arrested many, many times. It's boggling my mind. I don't understand. Anyway, we're going to go back to our video. We will go over that video, I think. I'm already excited about it. But we're going to go back to his other one, which is right. Yeah. Oh, dispatch. Thank you. Pretty sure someone turned the sheriff onto the video yesterday where he admitted and showed he's carrying an extra pepper ball gun in his bag. Now, that there is a difference between carrying a concealed weapon and transporting a weapon. If he was wearing that bag, then maybe you could get him for that, except it's not in easy reach, so he would have a defense. If he was transporting it improperly, I don't know if that would apply to a pepper ball gun. So I think this does apply to the one on his duty belt. I don't think it would apply to the one in his ruck, which I'm told he is pronouncing incorrectly. I have not seen that video yet. Garrett, thank you. Yes, Mom's on the news one. All right. Once again, my boy is messing up. Jack, thank you. I know, I do have to see it. I hear great things. Long handle orange screwdriver. They should have waited until they had him in his SUV. Then they would have had the gun in the bag. Yeah, no, honestly, I think that it isn't a concealed weapon in the ruck, because I don't think that would apply. I don't know how Florida handles it. I know in Washington, if I pulled someone over and was in that situation, I would not charge them with carrying a concealed weapon if they had it in like a bag. I would cite them for unlawful transport. But even then, a pepper ball gun, no. I mean, that would fall under contraband within JBLM, and that is a prohibited item, et cetera, et cetera. So, is it? It is. No? In the barracks, it would be. It's been a while since I got over the contraband list and how it works. Doesn't matter. That's not relevant to the story. So we're going to keep going into his other video. That one's very exciting. We have so many. We're going to be doing so many streams. Just going to go nuts. Yes. Jamie.
Paramedics that have dealt, unfortunately, with this situation and or are very well versed in those kind of procedures, they would know that when they watched the first few minutes of what time it really was. A few of you did, a lot of you noticed, and my fans, I wanted to let that, you guys out there know. I really appreciate your words of support. My wife is doing well. She's up and walking around today. She's doing well. She's a lot stronger. Thank you for asking.
Well, I'm glad she is, right? Like, I don't have anything against his wife. I think it's unfortunate that she's married to you, Jeremy. But I don't know anything about her, so maybe it is a perfect match. I don't know. I wouldn't want to be married to you there are a lot of reasons, but that's a personal choice of mine. But I am glad that she is doing better. And I hope that you guys aren't going after her.
I appreciate your support. My wife appreciates your support, even though she doesn't really, she doesn't want her name and face and all that things to be seen.
Understandable.
I'm glad that a lot of you, especially some fathers out there and husbands, made comments in saying the things that you did
Rook?
about how
Rucksack? I've heard people call it that too. Rucksack. Yeah, it's rucksack.
You saw where it was going as well, and the fact that I stood my ground is very admirable.
Silly badge on his shoulder appears to be some sort of American flag type situation. There's something on his chest as well. It's unfortunately, I can't see it. It appears to be a circle with a ring of stars. I don't know what that would represent. I'm getting 3%er vibes off of it. I don't know if that's what it is. It probably isn't. But like I saw that and just went 3%er, which would be amazing because he can't belong to the 3%ers because they're basically a whole. No, it's a whole thing. Anyway. We're going to keep watching it. I'm going to look up 3%ers, see if it has anything to do with this shirt.
Especially to protect my wife and the safety of my wife. Of course, they were there to help my wife. When the paramedics showed up, you have this deputy, he's standing there.
That actually might be a 3%er shirt because they do have the ring of stars. I'm not going to say it is, but 3%er is a militia. Is an anti-government militia. He can't be a member of a militia, folks. I'm not saying that's what it is, but it sure looks like it. All right. Anyway, let's keep going.
Not concerned about my wife on the floor. Never checked vitals. Never made sure she was alert. Yes, he said hi to her and made sure that she was alert when it...
Again, this is nothing that we can prove, so he gets to just say things. Unfortunately, I can't trust anything that Jeremy says because of the lies we've already caught him telling.
Comes time to that, but never made sure that she wasn't defibbing.
See, that's what I thought, Justin. You need a proof of gun ownership because it's basically like a real intense gun club, from what I understand. I'm not a member. I never intend to be a member. I don't think very highly of 3%ers for various reasons. And I'm sorry if you are one or think differently. That is my personal opinion based on my personal interactions with members and what I've read up on them and what they stand for. There are many things that they stand for that I'm like, yeah, but I think overall, not really feeling it. Not trying to offend anybody, just my personal opinion. And maybe I just need more information. I'm completely wrong. Entirely possible. But I know very little, but my interactions with people who are a part of it, I was like, Anyway, you could not be a member, but again, I can't, it doesn't feel like that's a 3% inside of those stars, though. I don't think that's, you know what? I don't think it's 3%er. I think it's close. 3%er is, it's a paramilitary organization. It's basically a militia. I think 3% represents the 3% of people who enlisted to fight the British during the Revolutionary War. I have no idea what that shit is. That doesn't appear to be a 3 in there. So there's disregard.
Or having any kind of problem with her heart rate or anything of that decelling. The only thing that he was trying...
Maybe if I put it in 1080p, it'll help.
Oh, what?
Oh, it's an Under Armour shirt. Now I feel dumb. Folks, that's on me. I'm being stupid. Is my green screen still? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, no, that's on me. I will fully admit that mistake. That is not a 3% shirt. That is it appears maybe an Under Armour. Still, I could be wrong about that too. Disregard. Forget everything I said.
So, in her time of need, she didn't have her husband next to her or her daughter. In her time of need,
yeah, because they thought that you might have been the cause, bud, and you knew that they were looking into this as if it was domestic violence because you brought it up. They were there, man. If you had stepped out, I'm sure they would have had a lot more room to do their thing. Kind of think this one's on you.
Said something, who knows? who knows? If you don't have a loud enough volume on your shitty ass little speakers, go get something or put it in closed caption so you can read it on the screen. But my wife clearly says I slipped and fell and hit my head on the counter.
Because domestic violence victims are always honest about the situation. I actually went into that on my video where I discussed the reasons why a victim might flip and attack officers, in the middle of an investigation where they are going to get the help they need. Domestic violence victims, I'm not going to say often, but certainly enough that we watch for it, will say, no, it didn't actually happen. Because maybe she's worried, like, oh, will I be deported without my husband? What will my quality of life be? Will I have to pay his bills that I can't afford to pay, that he's been racking up through his legal stuff? There's a lot of reasons why she might be like, no, yeah, no, long handle, you got me. It's Under Armour. Anyway, let's keep going.
I don't know about you all, but I'm more afraid of my wife than my wife's afraid of me.
Okay.
So I can assure you, I sure the hell didn't coerce her into saying that.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Spicy punk rocker. I have a GS level of -37. I got it out. It was difficult. I think I had a stroke halfway through, but -37. Thank you, Scott. Oh, look at him watching his own video. Is that what he's doing? It's adorable.
So yeah, that's why we played the audio slow the second time so you could hear what they were saying, so there was no misunderstanding. Yeah, apparently maybe the information wasn't dispatched the way it probably was being said. Again, I don't really know what the neighbors supposedly called. They're advising they heard the neighbors made a phone call. Don't know if that's true or not. Haven't had the chance to pull those things. But again, as you heard the deputy towards the end, which we'll get to, my wife was outside crying and bleeding because she couldn't get cell phone reception, and my phone call wasn't sufficient.
Which is
enough.
what we thought was the case. That's a perfectly reasonable explanation. Is it the right explanation? There is a question. I have no reason at this time to believe it is not. And if I'm treating this, I'm watching this as if I was investigating it. And I would have walked away from this and not charged them with anything. I would not have been able to legally press those charges. There is not enough to establish probable cause, in my professional opinion, because this is what I did professionally. So I get to make that claim, although I don't do it anymore. Because National Guard doesn't do that type of stuff. As much as I love the National Guard. Mark, thank you. Glad you're doing okay. Sergeant E5 ETS, great to have you here. Thank you for the donation. He always wears that body armor because it makes his chest stick out more. It's an appearance thing. That was one of his things he addressed. He's like, I don't wear it to make myself look big. Like, okay, and that's fine. Then don't worry about it, dude. If I want my chest to look big, though, I do either push-ups or I get a little weight action going. Just get some. I get on my weight bench, just push it out. That's just me, But I am getting a little chubby there, so I'm gonna fix that. Maybe I'll start on Instagram where I just flex. Just, hello everyone, this is my exercise. Maybe. I'm thinking about it. Vincent, thank you. Why does he keep pointing his videos out? Because he's insane. I actually don't know that for a fact, but because he isn't terribly smart. And I'm sure Amir says, like, dude, you gotta stop. But ultimately, it's Jeremy's choice. Jeremy's the one in control of his life. His attorney can only give suggestions at the end of the day. It boggles my mind as well, I promise you.
But yeah, these guys, they did a great job. They took good care of my wife. She was very happy. Just a little concerning that we're talking like that so openly and freely. So,
excuse me.
I mean, between the tall guy and the other gentleman, I don't know if you all saw that, but the other gentleman, he was pretty neutral and probably was really looking for the truth. although he kind of slipped up and kind of let us know that he really knew who I was.
Oh my God. Everyone in Florida should know who you are by this point. You think anyone in Orange County isn't familiar with the name Jeremy Dewitte? Now they're going to be like, oh, who? Yeah, no, we don't know, because that's called professionalism. I don't think you know too much about it, but it's a thing. Read up on it. If I was dealing with someone, I actually have dealt with people who I knew who they were, and they're like, you know who I am. I just went, like, no, I don't, because it's, you know, it's harder to de-escalate if you do. It's in such certain. I almost threw it. I was just gonna bloop, but I might need this for later. There are times, and in this situation, I would consider it one of those times where admitting that you know who someone is because of their repeated criminal behaviors or criminal past is going to make them very unhappy and more difficult to sort of control in a situation where you need to have control. I assume that that is definitely a possibility for this.
It was his first time dealing with me, which is true. And,
thank you, Shellshock, and thank you,
didn't
Tom.
know who I was.
There are rumors that he dropped, that Amir dropped Jeremy as a client. We don't know how accurate those rumors are yet, but we'll be watching.
That's questionable since he knew about the motorcycles. But
your grandma knows who Jeremy is.
At the end of the day,
I don't think mine does.
Thank God he was here, or there, I should say, because we both know that if it was up to Slim Tall there, I was going to jail.
Yeah, because you were committing obstruction, Jeremy. We're just gonna. I feel like it's been too long since then. So, Jeremy, for those of you who don't know what the situation is, there was an incident. His wife hit her head, was bleeding. It is believed that it's because she slipped and fell, although there are a lot of claims like it was something more nefarious. I can't give any credibility to those claims, so I'm sort of avoiding that because I'm the person putting out a lot of information to a group of people, and therefore, if I'm wrong, could be liable in a civil suit for all sorts of things. So I like to be a little careful. You know what I'm saying? So, there was a police officer who's like, Jeremy, you need to step outside so we can talk to you, which is perfectly fair. And thank you, Mark Townhill. The tears of Jeremy's fans in that negative 37 cup. We should, oh man, you guys know who Belle Delphine is? Of course you do. I should sell Jeremy Dewitte fan tears in little bottles like she sells her bathwater. Man, I was thinking about selling bacon grease in little containers as a joke related to that. It doesn't matter. We're not. That's a whole different thing. Now you guys know. The officer's like, you need to step outside so we can talk to you. Yes, that's what you would do in an investigation to what really happened. You separate the two people and you talk to them. Now, EMS showed up and started handling the wife. So, you know, that separate them and have the conversation sort of went out the window. But Jeremy very easily could have gotten arrested for failing to step outside because that is obstruction of justice. I did an entire video on that and hit this thing many, many times. So, just so you guys know, Jeremy is wrong about that. Amir's probably going to smash and burn every camera this man owns while he's in jail. He should. He really should. Like, no more body cameras. Stop. Shut down your YouTube channel. Yeah, people are going to make fun of you for like a month, and then they're going to forget who you are. Like, stop it. That's my personal opinion. I've been saying it since the beginning, and I say this all the time. Jeremy should have laid low and not done everything he did. He should have just roll off the back. Not put himself out in public like that. But he decided, no, that's not what he's going to do. And I think that was a mistake on his part. Long handle orange screwdriver. Thank you for the donation, by the way. Yes, he did make the statement to the media today that the arrest was just another example of law enforcement harassment of his client, which is the exact move I would expect from him. That is the move to make. Like, that's been sort of their narrative the entire time. It's like, the police are just harassing him. Like, the entire time that's been the narrative. So, of course, they're going to maintain it and use this as like, oh, look, more to the narrative. But in reality, like, it's probably not. So, and if police were, like, following him, waiting for him to mess up, is that harassment? Well, I would consider that similar to surveilling a criminal, right? Like, if you suspect someone of engaging in criminal activity, you follow them, or you observe their house or their safe house or their crack den or whatever they got. I'm not saying Jeremy has any of these things. I'm just saying from a law enforcement perspective, you observe them, you follow them, you watch them, and then when they mess up, like, oh, hey, we're witnesses now. Let me just write a statement and arrest them. Right? That makes sense. That's how it works. But anyway, let's keep going.
Even the other officer.
Can I be a legitimate comedian. I've thought about doing stand-up. I have some good stand-up bits that I have not rehearsed. When I was in the Army, we're going to, look, I got to say it because, thank you, Harry. Is that New Zealand? That's exciting. I think it is. That's very exciting. Are you from New Zealand? That's very exciting. Thank you so much. The THAC stems from an interview with Corporal Ramsey via RWP. The pepperball gun was found concealed in Jeremy's car. Charges were then filed. He was warned. But that wouldn't be concealing a weapon unlawfully in Florida, I don't think. I have to look into it. There's a lot I need to look into on this. I need to see the arrest affidavit, et cetera, et cetera. But no, I had a platoon sergeant like years ago who was like, "You need to do stand up." I'd watch that. And I went, "Huh, that sounds kind of fun." And I actually developed a short, like 5-10 minute routine, and then have promptly forgotten. I still have it written down somewhere in case I ever want to go back to it. I'm not sure all of it would still be topical. But under Florida law, carrying a concealed weapon includes on one's person or stashed under the car seat or in a bag. Oh. Well, then it's different than here. All right, that's very exciting, and I'm very happy to hear that. In regards to the police doing this correctly, that's a big deal then. Good. Yes, I am. Now, Ron, as a felon, Ron says, as a felon, you cannot own or possess body armor. That is not true. As a felon, you cannot purchase body armor in the state of Florida. You can wear it and own it. But you cannot purchase it. And there's a lot more to that than just that. We've gone over it at some point. I've looked into it because I was very excited as well. I appreciate the concern. That is something that pops up a lot. But no, he is allowed to wear it. Otherwise, we'd be seeing charges for that. Just because he's always wearing it. Et cetera, et
So I had to
cetera.
keep telling them, no, you see how she slipped in the water? You can see her footprints in the water. That was the other gentleman that was saying that, not Slim Tall.
Yeah, well, great. Yeah, because one of them saw it and the other one didn't, and they were doing everything appropriately, as far as I can tell. As someone who legitimately investigated domestic violence, it all seems to check out.
I appreciate their service, and I appreciate them coming out to make sure that my wife was doing okay, even though she was already laying on the floor and they didn't actually check her. But to the paramedics and the firefighters that did get on scene, thank you guys. Thanks guys. Thanks
They did
for
well.
taking care of my wife. Truly, to my fans, thank you so much for throwing out.
Oh, Florida 790.06, concealed weapon or concealed firearm are defined as handgun. Handgun, electronic weapon or device, tear gas gun, knife, or billy, but the term does not include a machine gun. Oh yeah, because that goes to a different thing. I think it's covered under. If I believe maybe because tax stamps, ATF, federal law, something. Florida counts tear gas guns. I mean that's a pepperball gun. Basically, it's very similar. It probably falls under it then. We'll find out. See if the charges stick. But in that case, yeah, from what you guys are telling me, and I have to check that, but from what you're telling me, it seems like concealing a pepperball gun in a bag would fall under the violation of the Florida statute. And it's possible that the police did start following him based on that video where he showed that he had it in the what was it, the rucksack? Is that what he's calling it? Interesting. Now, the guy on the video who was taking the video said that he saw the officer disarm Jeremy, and that maybe that was the one that was also in his holster, not the one in the bag. Oh, there's so much to look into. There's so much. I'm like, oh, could it be this? Could it be that? We're going to get into it at some point. I can't speculate too much because I don't have the information yet. I've been a very busy individual today. So, And I'm hearing that Amir is in the chat, but it's not the real Amir, which is a shame. If it was the real Amir, I tell you that I appreciate your professionalism, and I think that you are an excellent attorney, from what I can tell. And I'm sorry that Jeremy Dewitte is your client, but I'm glad you're being paid handsomely for it, I assume. So, good on you, but I don't believe it's the real one. The Sergeant Vidler is a fake one and cracks me up like you wouldn't believe. Whoever's doing the whole Sergeant Vidler bit, phenomenal.
Comments of support. That really, believe it or not, meant a lot to my wife. We've been real skeptical, and my wife even more so, about doing the vlogging.
Thank you, Emily.
it's been a different thing for us, contrary to what people
Oh,
say.
and thank you, Mitch, for earlier.
Washers and dryers and being douchebags. At the end of the day,
And Malt Liquor Marauder, I think I missed yours as well. This is my rook. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. Vincent, do I think there's going to be a major reform of the laws concerning the funeral escort business once Jeremy's jailed? I honestly do. I think that this is going to be the chance for the government to be like, all right, like this guy slipped through the cracks. Good God, we need to. And Amir even said during Dr. Phil, he's like, yeah, the laws are really kind of old. Like, yeah, they are, bud. If they were new, your client wouldn't be able to do those things. Almost certainly. You look at all the other states where this is a thing that can be done, and it's much more strict for the most part, if it's even allowed at all. I think Florida needs some updates on that. I don't think it's going to go too crazy because they have a lot of people dying, and they don't want to necessarily, make it difficult for all these escorts. Because it's the place where you go to retire and die. I mean, that's Florida for you. And it's a lovely place for much of it, not all of it. Either the swamps or sometimes the people, and definitely the driving. Good God. Like, Jeremy's not wrong about how dangerous it can be to drive there. And I was talking to other people. You will remain unnamed, but you know who you are. Because I don't know how much I can say. But other people have confirmed that, yes, like the funeral escort stuff is super dangerous in Florida, or can be. And I get that. But it's the directing traffic. It's the pulling cars over. That's what's getting Jeremy. That's why it's an issue. He can technically explain all his duty stuff. I think a lot of the problem is his duty stuff does look a lot like law enforcement. And I think that he carries more than he needs to protect himself. But, yeah, like he's gotten himself into this mess. But we will keep going. I was looking for Amir's stuff. I didn't find it. Oh, well.
Really didn't really want to do this. That's why.
Who's the lady on the phone, ladies and Joe? I'm sorry for stopping again, but that is a great question. I don't want to miss it. I assume that's Jennifer. I don't know, but that would be my best guess. So, yes.
2 years have gone by of people bashing me online, bashing me on YouTube.
I don't know why it would be 2 years. Stopping it again. It's been like a year and a couple months. It's not been 2 years. Like, let's calm down for a second, but has not been 2 years. I think he's about to say something about me. I think I remember seeing this bit.
Making up.
Oh, no. I know. I'm pausing it so much. I'm so sorry. But Lelantos, thank you.
Fake lies and stories and editing videos, and I wasn't doing anything about it because I was trying to kind of sit back and let this wave pass.
No, you weren't. You went to your local news station. Oh, sorry. You went to your local news station and complained. You went to Dr. Phil and complained. You contacted me and complained. Like, you sit back, my left buttock. Crazy nonsense. What are you talking about? Frank, thank you. I know they got him on the pepper ball gun and the tow truck. He blamed on his guy, but they say it was in his control, within his reach. Yeah. Within his reach, absolutely fair. In his control, sure, yeah. That seems fair. Now, if it was like on someone else's hip, it would not be in his control, but it would still be within his reach. But since he doesn't have both, it doesn't count. If it was in his control but out of his reach, well, then it wouldn't be in his control, so it wouldn't really matter. We'll go into this. This is definitely going to be very interesting because I dealt with something similar to a degree. Like, certainly not the same situation, but I've dealt with people bringing firearms onto JBLM improperly. So this is going to be a really fun one for me. Christopher, his behavior through that whole video was sketchy, and I was a little irritated that he wasn't in custody at the time. Deputies definitely showed him some restraint. Yeah, they could have arrested him for obstruction. Absolutely. It was nuts. Amir Ladan, rules of professional conduct, all information relating to... wait. All information relating to a client's representation is confidential, may not be voluntarily disclosed by a liar without... liar. That's my bad. That's a Freudian slip right there. The lawyer... without either the client's consent. That sounds right. Now, I don't think this is Amir because it would be weird for him to be in this chat, but I appreciate it. I missed him talking about me. Hold on, let's go back. I thought it was after that.
At the end of the day...
Oh, no, he did. You're right.
It's been a different thing for us, contrary to what people say, waking up on washers and dryers and being douchebags.
That's me. I'm the one waking up and washing the dryers. It's a nice set of washers and dryers, though. Fortunately, the breaker box that I have has three breakers in it. It's a 3-breaker box, which is enough to run all of that. It's close. It's almost not enough, but we got it, boys. It's enough for my 2-room house with a washer and dryer and a garage. Thank goodness. So, yeah, no, he thinks I'm a douchebag. Well, that's fine. I think he's an idiot and needs to apologize for his stolen valor. And we have a lot of stolen valor stuff on him. Good golly gosh. We've rediscovered some things that we knew about from a while ago and then never touched. Thanks to the recent individual who Master Sergeant retired has pulled into the game. So we're going to get into that. Lantos, I also love your wife. Keep her away from me. I can't control myself around. I'm just kidding. No, I really appreciate it. And hello to her. Sorry, that was super weird. Maybe I should be a comedian. If CBS, do you need somebody? You do a lot of comedy stuff, right? You need a guy? I'll do it. Why not? Who would impersonate a lawyer? People do it. There was actually a sovereign citizen video I saw today, where a guy was arrested in court for impersonating a lawyer. It was great. The THAC, Real World Police Part 4. Jeremy's reacting to his own arrest footage. Towards the end of the interview, Ramsey lets Jeremy know that there may be a warrant issued for pepperball in the future, and Jeremy loses it. I must have missed that. I probably did see it and forgot about it, because there's so much I go through. Hey, what's up, Nasty Nathaniel? What do you miss? Oh, we're just making fun of Jeremy like usual. So, let's keep going.
At the end of the day, we really didn't want to do this. That's why almost 2 years have gone by of people bashing me online, bashing me on YouTube,
a little over
making up fake lies and stories and editing videos.
Making up fake lies and editing videos. Like, bro, we've caught you in so many lies. You're the one making... I mean, yes, people are making stuff up about him. This is true. I try not to. I try very hard not to. But there's so much information that Jeremy puts out that is not true. 24-hour official observation, no. No. Don't look that up, folks.
And I wasn't doing anything about it because I was trying to kind of sit back and...
Again, he did not try to sit back. He was very much really diving headfirst into it.
And neither does my wife. So the fact that you guys are showing your support and telling her and wishing her well, that meant a lot to her. And I really appreciate that as well. And of course my daughter, although she's too young to understand, maybe one day she will.
Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of stuff that she's going to figure out.
Thank you so much. Thank you for following. Thank you for your support. And really, truly, thank you for your words of fast healing for my wife and better health for my wife. You know, the deputy at the end, I don't know if you all...
When will I break the cup? Hey, how about you mind your business? I'm just kidding. Oh, you thought I was going to get angry and break it. No, I'm just kidding. If I'm going to get angry at anybody, it's going to be at Jeremy Dewitte. Right? He's wrapping up his video. He thinks he's point damage control. He's done the whole thing. Oh, look at me. I'm sitting in a pool next to a lake. That's super weird. I mean, okay, I guess. But he's sitting there like his shit don't stank. Right? Like, oh, I'm a victim. I'm a victim of my own actions. I can't. I've only pretended to be a soldier for over a decade. It's longer than we think it is, folks. It's been going on for a while. So he wants to sit there and complain about me correcting him in videos? He is a fool. I thought that was going to hit me in the head. I was really worried. You saw me sort of hunger down. That's my last cut, by the way. Did the negative 37 survive? It didn't. All right. That's fine. Anyway, here's the cup for you guys. Since you asked for it, and you've easily paid for a new one. Thank you so much for everyone's donations. You guys are incredible. It boggles my mind that you support me like that. So the police can get called me one of these days for yelling and breaking things. All right, cup is broken. Yeah, it's a good thing the camera's not still there. Wait, how many people do we have in here? 979? They like me. They really like me. No, that's amazing. I'm so glad all of you are here. You guys are what keeps this channel going. But enough about me. More about Jeremy Dewitte. Wait, hold on. Who's donated what? JCUSMC0311. Appreciate everything you're doing. Is there something we can see? Somewhere we can go to see everything in chronological order? I don't know. I assume someone's got it out there somewhere. I don't have anything. We've talked about making something, but that's going to be like extensive. Once things slow down for me, I might actually look into it, but it might be a few weeks before I even begin it. Someone else might have something though. Pebmets, thank you for donation. How long his girlfriend, I'm sorry, his business associate will stick by him until he's no longer useful to her. I think she's a lot smarter than a lot of us give her credit for. I think maybe she isn't quite there, but she knows how to manipulate someone, and she is doing a great job manipulating Jeremy. So good on her. I mean, you picked a good target. Who's really going to stop you from going after the J-Dog, you know? No one's going to, like, feel bad. Thank you, Kevin. I'm going to go to Goodwill as soon as I can and pick up some more smashable things. Maybe another boat. Oh, man. You guys know I don't smash things, so I'm actually angry. I know I've talked about this before. I had a comment from someone who's like, that's how my dad was when he got mad. No, that's a bit. That's just a bit I do, because people were complaining to me like, you don't get angry enough. I went, oh, okay, we can do that on the channel. And so now it's sort of like a donation goal thing. Like if the stream's going really well, I'm feeling excited about it, I'll just break things. Yeah, no, I don't get angry like that. I get really quiet and then really, really loud if you go beyond that. But I don't break things. But everyone, thank you for your donations. Sorry, I know it just got kind of real there for a second. Commentator auditor, keep up the good work. Oh, thank you. Wait, what did you say? Doing on this latest charge. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I do need a gavel. Oh, Randy, we need a gavel. I missed someone's donation. Hold on. I missed two people. Billy Rogers in the house. Hey, how's it going, Billy? Thank you so much. And a thack. Jimmy Kimmel. If I could get on one of those shows, yes. Hey, 24-hour. Thank you. AC Wade. Thank you. Learn how to. If you think I don't. Excuse me. Sure. I like to buy a lesson for 50-50 in intersection. I have $10, sir. Yes. Oh, what is it? Refill on. Yeah. No, I don't have a cup anymore, unfortunately. Jessica is still in the picture because she is still benefiting from Jeremy, is my thought. And therefore, of course, she's going to stay involved. Why wouldn't she? She's too smart for that. We do. We do need a gavel. Yes. We're going to have a bell, gavel, a button. Who said that? You're a genius. Which one of you? Who? Which one of you crazy said? Kevin. Yes, Kevin Sykes. You're a genius. I want you to know that. All right, let's keep going.
We took your statement, her statement. We took into the account what everybody else was saying, what they thought they saw or heard, and they didn't see any domestic.
Oh my
violence.
God, Joe Rogan.
In fact,
Yes.
If you watch the video, you could hear them in the background.
Allison, thank you. It'd be nice to see your reaction to the DV suspect being arrested in Michigan during the court hearing. Yes. Oh, we have to. Don't stop reminding me of that, because that does sound like a lot of fun. Yes. Broken cup. Oh my God, I love it. Hey, thanks for the donation. I'm so sorry I hurt you. Let me make it better. Here. I got part of a plate for you. Okay. And I want to find the 47. Where did the 47 go? Or 37? 37's disappeared, folks. There we go. Oop. And there's some of you are going to be real mad at me for taking time to do this, and I'm not even worried about it. -3 for you. Anyway, Herman paid to see me give my desk the people's elbow. This I would break my arm. This is a fairly solid desk, but yes. Macho Man Randy Savage. Is that Randy Savage or is that Hulk Hogan? That I'm thinking of. Oh yeah, brother. Is that Randy Savage or Hulk Hogan? Someone let me know. Sledge-o-matic. There we go. There's you can't really see it. But it's there.
Talking about the water on the floor and they get
Super chats for super glue. Hold on. Hold on. You watch Jeremy's first appearance tomorrow? First premiere. Yes. Tomorrow, 7:30 a.m. I will try to see that, actually. Yes. Whoever doing it. I'm getting Randy, Macho Man, Hulk Hogan. So that is Hulk Hogan. So it's not... okay. I'll figure it out real quick. That's on me. That's my bad. Brother. Better figure it out real quick, brother. Can give the people what they want. I don't know if that's even close. This is based off someone else's impression. I'll work on it. We'll work on it.
On the floor, including the blood where it was. So I still don't really get how the rest of you morons that are watching.
Oh, morons, huh?
Put the pieces together with what they're saying and what's being shown, and then what the officer says at the end.
Well, yeah, maybe if you hadn't cut up the video a whole bunch, we'd have a better idea. I don't know.
The fact that I'm sitting right here.
Yes, Spicy, I do.
Handcuffs on, or revocation of bond.
Revocation.
Or a new charge for domestic violence.
I would never mock you, Broken Cup. But I will mock Jeremy. Revocation. He gets in one of those for that. It's not a lie. It's just absurd. Now, to be fair, I say things wrong all the time, too. And he can get his own button, call me out for it. But, you know, my stream, my rules. What's up? Blue Bacon's low-key smart. Ha ha! You must not be my mother. That was a joke about my mother saying I'm not smart. She thinks I'm smart, I'm sure. That was a I'm sorry, Mom. She watches these. I forgot about that. I don't think she'll watch this far, though. So don't tell her. Say nothing.
I guess you obviously don't know how to watch the episode. Maybe you should go back and give me another click view so you can watch the whole thing and figure it out.
Use ad blockers so he doesn't benefit from it.
But the deputy at the end, although kind of stumbled and told the truth a little bit about not knowing who I was very polite and very professional. And
wait, did he tell the truth about not knowing who you are, or did he lie about not knowing who you are? Like, pick one. Am I mishearing him, or what's going on? I'm not really sure. No, we cannot get Mama Bacon in the chat. You would all kill her. She would have a heart attack. She's a very lovely woman.
On my side, but more neutral, looking for the truth. And because if it was just the other guy.
Yeah, you probably would have been arrested for obstruction, and that would have been perfectly valid, and Amir wouldn't have been able to save you. He wouldn't have been able to save you at Bacon. You would have been screwed.
I was going to jail. One of your comments, somebody had said that I not only beat my wife, but I throw chairs at tow truck drivers.
You do.
So apparently the rest of the dumb fucks still haven't actually watched anything other than Real World.
Oh, I'm sorry. Have you provided the footage? I had someone try to sell the footage to me for $500, by the way. They're like, I have footage, $500. I'm like, I don't. You vastly overestimate. This is before I started doing the live streams. Like this, anyway, in this setting where people actually cared about it. I'm like, I don't think you understand how little money I get from my actual videos. And he's like, all right, I'll tell you what. We'll split the money on the video. I'm like, well, you have no way of verifying that's correct. And I could just not make money off the video and just demonetize it, so I don't have to worry about the math of it. But I never took him up on it because I was like, just send it to the police, bro. It's not my business. We're good. Joe. Oh, stop it, you. Thank you. No, that's very generous. Thank you so much. And Denise, I will buy more cups. Thank you. And Matthew Daniel. Hey, what's up, man? Thank you. Let's keep watching Jeremy.
And you're only seeing one storyline. But, yeah, again, as you can see, no handcuffs. As you can see,
Broken
not
cup,
in
thank
jail.
you.
As you can see, for those that have actually looked, Chicago
Thank you,
brought
Anthony.
all those charges after they reviewed the 911 call as well as the security video surveillance system from the Airbnb. But yeah, so I just wanted to kind of go over that a little bit and talk about that. And I just think it's hilarious that.
Let me remind all of you what happened. So Jeremy was, I believe he was in Chicago to buy the ambulance. He was meeting with the person who was selling it, I guess. They had an Airbnb. They told him to park in the parking lot. They did not have the authority to allow him to park in that parking lot, so the building owner had his car towed. While his car was being towed, I believe the tow truck driver unlocked some of the vehicle using a long-handled orange screwdriver, which is where that name comes from. We see him in the chat. Hey, how's it going? Thank you, Matthew, by the way. When they took out the screwdriver, apparently his wife was out there, and Jeremy was like, oh, he's going to attack my wife. So he took some metal folding chairs and started throwing them down from like the third or fifth story. The number changes depending on who's telling it. Apparently, like the building numbers are kind of weird. So I think it was the third story, but it was technically like the fifth floor because there were like there's a basement and a sub-basement, maybe. Not really sure. That's the story he gave. His story to the police was they were towing my vehicle because I wasn't apparently allowed to park here. I threw chairs because I thought the tow truck driver was threatening my wife, and the police were like, yeah, we saw footage, and that's absolutely not what happened, etc. So if Jeremy, I mean, he can make all these claims all he wants. And he's like, yeah, you haven't seen the footage. Well, have you, Jeremy? You have? Do you have it? Release the footage then. You want to prove your innocence, release the footage. The fact that you're not releasing the footage that you apparently have seen is, I mean, not legally indicative of fault, but it doesn't do, I mean, you're not establishing anything. You're just making claims without evidence. And from what I understand, from what people have told me, he's going to continue now to make claims that he has that contradict what he has said before, which is very interesting. So let's find out.
We're still even talking about something like that, but kind of put some of those bullshit rumors to rest. I don't know where you all don't really get it. For those that want to look it up.
Now, wait. He didn't say he was a cop in Chicago. He heavily implied he was a cop in Chicago. He said, no, I work for Florida. I'm a state certified agent, and then told his wife to get his badge, right? Heavily implied he was a police officer. Did he actually ever say that he was a police officer? I don't think he actually ever said that, but the police definitely thought he was. I think one of the officers said to another officer, he's law enforcement from Florida, something like that. It's been a while since I've seen that incident. But they definitely believed he was based on what he said. So the idea that he's like, oh yeah, no one would reasonably think I'm a police officer. The police think you're a police officer, you idiot. I've already smashed the cup. I can't. That would have been a good moment, though.
Ready? Because I do know that somewhere somebody posted that the charges were dropped. For those
I believe they were.
Know, those charges were dropped almost, I think, a year ago.
Yeah, it happened a while ago. Charges were dropped a while ago. We are under the assumption that it could be one of two things. Either Florida was like, hey, we got this guy. If you don't need to charge him, don't charge him. We got it. It's fine. You know, we already have so many things on him. It's not really going to be worth it unless the guy really wants to press charges. Now, the other guy could totally have been like, I don't really want to press charges. I don't care. And then, you know, things are dropped. Chicago police have a lot to do in Chicago. There's a lot. Chicago has some sketchy places. You know what I'm saying? Windy City. That's because they're all the bullet holes that allow the air to go through. That's a terrible joke. Look, Chicago is a lovely place, but stay out of a lot of it. Just don't. Just be careful. Christopher in Chicago, he used the state agent line. Exactly. No, he 100% did that. So let's see what he has to say.
I wasn't even paying attention to it.
Oh, you're right.
Honestly,
Let's hit that button.
because it was such bullshit that
okay.
it didn't even bother.
Thank you,
me.
Timothy.
For those that don't know the whole backstory, why we were there for the one day.
Matthew, right? Like, how is he the expert? He doesn't know anything, right? Broken cup. Hey, I don't have any more cups. I won't smash you today. But later, I'm going to find some smashable things. I don't know what's going to be yet, though. Whatever's cheapest at Goodwill.
We grabbed an Airbnb.
So, oh, yeah. It didn't work. All right. Yeah, no, he's lying to us right now.
We rented a vehicle. We flew in. We rented a Hertz Chevy Tahoe, and then my wife and I went to an Airbnb. The funny thing is we park our vehicle, or the rented vehicle,
checks out
outside of the Airbnb. My wife and I are sitting on the back porch.
And then what?
On the 6th floor. Next to you.
Oh, now it's 6th floor. Oh my God, the number changes so often. It's 3rd floor, 5th floor, 6th floor. That the higher the floor actually makes it worse for you, Jeremy. By the way, Joe, thank you. Me too. But yeah, no, the higher the floor, the worse it is, because if he's storing chairs, the higher it is, the more dangerous they are.
No, we see a black truck,
no
markings,
thank you,
no lights, pull up to our truck.
Wait.
Truck, no markings, no lights.
I think in the tow truck video, we saw that it did have markings. Jeremy Dewitte tow truck. Give me 1 second. We're gonna check that real quick. Yep. So if you're ever having your car towed by a vehicle and you don't know why it's being towed, a good way to find out is to talk to the tow truck driver. Shockingly, I know that seems like a crazy thing. Hold on, I'm skipping through this to see if I can get a good shot of that tow truck, and I know you guys can't see it. Oh. I mean, I'll give it. It does have markings. It has a little badge on the side. Let me. Oh yeah, 13. Which you can see if we can push through. Yeah, you see. Right below the driver window, there appears to be some sort of marking. Now, to Jeremy's credit, that is hard to see from the 6th floor, or the 3rd floor, or the 5th floor, or whatever floor it was. So what he should have come down is come down and go like, oh, there is markings on it. Now, if you're directly above the vehicle, of course there's not going to be a marking. Why would you advertise on the top of your vehicle for a tow truck? People are going to be seeing the side of it. You're stupid, Jeremy. What are you talking about? There are no markings. There's a marking right there. Let me see if I can. No, it's 1080p. There's a marking right there, right on the side. And if you had come, you can't really. If you come down and check that, you would have known. It's really that easy. It's so crazy how that worked. I know. Yeah. So is anyone confused about that? Tow trucks don't usually advertise on the top of their vehicles, from what I understand. I don't believe they do. It doesn't need lights. Jeremy is the one obsessed with lights. A tow truck doesn't necessarily need lights. He's in a different state. He's not familiar with. Maybe Chicago does not require that sort of thing. I know. But anyway, if you guys are saying things, hold on. I got my videos there. Hold on. What did I miss? Broken cup. Letting you go because you're an officer. Hey, thanks, Allie, for the Smashable Fund donation. All right, let's keep going. But we know that he's wrong, so we're gonna give him one of those.
To our truck, a man get out.
No, that's a good point. I'm sorry for stopping it again. He owns a tow truck. You think he'd recognize a tow truck? It's weird, right? But it's Family Feud. Thank you, Robert. Right? get on. Maybe we should have Dewitte's family on Family Feud. Now that would be fun. Pedmatch, thank you. I'm giving you a break because you're an officer. He might have said that. Do we want to check that? Riker, would I rather have marshals or put the cuffs on Jeremy? Would I rather like be a marshal? Is that what you're asking? Oh, I'd rather put, I don't know, marshals are okay. I've worked with them slightly in the past, but I'd love to put cuffs on Jeremy while he yells sergeant at me. We're going to let him talk. I'm going to see if I can find anything that says he told him he was a police officer.
Walk around it, grabbing the door handles, looking inside the windows.
Yeah, because he's a tow truck driver. That's what happens.
And moving the vehicle around, like literally rocking it, I guess to see if an alarm would go off.
No, I think he was checking maybe to see if the emergency brake was on, which is very important if you're loading up a truck. Someone who has a tow truck should know this. It's going to be a lot more difficult if the emergency brake is on as opposed to if it's just in park, potentially. Or if it's in park. I don't know. There's a situation. First of all, I don't really believe what he's saying necessarily. I believe it's possible he was looking inside because you might want to do a pre-tow inventory to be like, yep, there were these things on the inside. I didn't take any of them if they're missing. They happened after it was taken, etc. That's something police do actually before they put the vehicle into tow truck custody so that they don't become responsible for missing items. And it's all up to the, the fault of thing. Give me 1 second. Talk amongst yourselves. Important text. I actually do have to answer this. I'm so sorry. Anyway. Yeah. We'll let him keep talking. Sorry about that.
And at that point, I picked up the phone and dialed 911.
Oh. Hold up. Is this it?
Because you're an officer, am I correct? Yes, sir.
You're an officer, am I correct? Okay. To be fair to Jeremy, he does that whole bit with like, I'm not an officer. I'm not a police officer. They never asked me if I was a police officer. They said I'm an officer. Obviously, they're asking if he's a police officer. He does have some wiggle room on that one. I'll give that to him. I'll give it to him, but I don't like it. I think that he could have lost that pretty easily, but he does have the wiggle room. FBI. FBI would be a lot of fun. I almost went FBI. Or I almost applied. Let's say I almost applied to be FBI, but they move around too much, and I kind of liked where I was. So I like what I have. I like the job I have. I like being able to do YouTube. FBI wouldn't have let me do YouTube. I'm almost certain. So still going to say putting cuffs on Jeremy. They were letting him go so he would not get in trouble with his department until they heard Jeremy mention gun. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of weird stuff in that Chicago thing. We're going to keep listening to this recent one, though.
My wife had started to run downstairs. Why, I still don't know to this day. But she was already on her way downstairs. And when she got out the door, I was on the phone explaining to dispatch the tag and the vehicle and the make.
No, Jennifer, you can't stay here tonight.
He was wearing.
Thank you for the donation.
Goes back into the vehicle. My wife starts.
I missed a couple things
to get away from the vehicle.
All right, hold on. I'm sorry.
Tag and the vehicle and the door. I was on the phone explaining to dispatch the tag and.
So he called dispatch.
Vehicle and the make.
He knows that we can request those calls, right? Have we requested those calls? That's something worth checking out. Pedmatch, thank you. Let's keep listening then, shall we?
Model and what he was wearing. He then goes back into the vehicle.
Yeah.
My wife starts yelling at him to get away from the vehicle.
Fair.
He goes into the vehicle and he pulls out a screwdriver as long as my arm. It was literally this long.
Yeah, and when this whole thing happened, I think we determined that was so he could unlock the brakes of the vehicle. Why does he cut so many negative comments, Timothy? Because I think he's a narcissist and he can't handle it. Can't handle those negative comments.
With an orange handle about this long. So
That seems like excessive
My wife's
length.
arguing with him about getting away from the vehicle. She knew that I was on 911. He then grabs the screwdriver out and is walking towards her in an aggressive manner.
I'm pretty sure the police said they reviewed footage and found it not to be the case. I could be wrong about that, but there's footage of that, Jeremy. You said there was footage. Show us. Show us that. You know? Didn't his wife say that actually didn't happen on scene? I don't know. I'd have to review this video again. But I feel like I remember his wife saying, like, no, he didn't come after me with a screwdriver. So, I'm going to give Jeremy this just in case.
With the screwdriver out and pointing it at her like this, and yelling at her to get away from the vehicle.
Yeah, probably because she was approaching him and yelling at him. I mean, that seems kind of fair, right? If you can wear all that gear for self-defense, why is he not able to point a screw? I don't know. You know what? No, we're not getting into that.
At no point did he ever say he was a tow truck driver.
Well, he had a tow truck, so one would assume, right? Weird. He's driving a tow truck. That makes him a tow truck driver. That's crazy how that works.
At no point did he ever say he was a repo agent. At no point.
I imagine maybe there was something that had to do with that on the badge on his truck. Just a thought. It seems likely to me. Maybe if your wife wasn't yelling at him and just asked him some direct questions, he would have said something. Maybe if we calm down a little bit, we can get a better something or other.
Point did he ever advise that he was towing that vehicle because apparently Hertz rental car forgot to pay their car note.
So here's a fun thing about that. That's not the story he gave to the police on scene. He said that it was being towed because he didn't have permission to park it, or the police said that he didn't have permission to park it. Then he confirmed that. It is possible that vehicle wasn't being paid correctly by Hertz from whoever they had that vehicle for it, which I'm not sure that makes sense because I feel like Hertz to rent out cars has to actually be in possession of them. Could be wrong about that. I am not an expert. I never worked for Hertz, but I'm fairly certain that's the case. Twit's holster sniffer. Thank you, KY. And thank you for the sticker, Jody. Thank you. That's not the story. And it's possible that the car did get repoed. I don't think it got repoed from that parking lot. I think maybe if that was an issue, it would have been like, oh, we have this vehicle already from a different tow for a different reason. Long handle. Thanks for distracting me with that one. No, I think his story is a bunch of baloney. So he's either lying now or he was lying then. Long Handle says, this is slanderous. I'm much longer than what he's saying. But what about your girth?
And the rental was no longer valid. The vehicle was actually up for repossession, and he was there to repossess the vehicle. Never would have thought in a million years when you rent a rental car from the airport that whoever you're renting it from, unless it was Tom, Dick, Harry.
Again, this is not the story he gave police.
Rental cars, that the vehicle would be up for repossession, let alone Hertz rental car.
Provide evidence. Surely there's an email with Hertz where they apologize for that. Surely there's an email. Why are you not providing it, Jeremy? Who's giving this information? It must be somewhere. Bring it out. Oh, you can't. You're in jail. Ah, my bad. Oh, it's almost because you were, caught doing the wrong thing like you usually are. It's so crazy.
And he was there to get it. But he never identified who he was, never identified what he was doing.
But again, did you think to ask him the questions, or was your wife too busy screaming at him? See, if someone approaches my car and starts touching it, my first thing isn't, it's, excuse me, sir, and or ma'am. Can I help you with something? And they go, I'm doing this for a reason. Your tire was flat, and I was just checking the pressure. I don't know. I go, cool. Thank you for letting me know. I'll take care of that. Have a nice day. But if someone's like hooking my car up, which I don't think this has ever happened where I've caught a tow truck driver. I've had my car towed once. It was my fault. I will own up to it. It was a weird situation, though. It was very weird. I'm going to tell you the story. I parked my car on the side of a street. On street parking for like 5 days. And then they did road repair and they had to tow my truck and I had to pay for it. But it turns out there actually was a sign that I had missed that said that they would be doing the repair. So it technically comes back to me. It's my fault. I will admit it. Jeremy Dewitte needs attention. Yes, I see that. It's good. But if you just go, excuse me, why are you touching my car? Why are you driving a tow truck? Are you about to take it? And they'll be like, yes, I'm a tow truck driver. I'm taking back this car because I was told by the owner of this establishment that it cannot park here. And you go, oh, I'll move it. And they go, it's too late. I'm already here. Unless you want to pay for the fees, I will be taking this car into possession. And then sometimes weird things happen where they get into the car and won't move. And it's very interesting. I don't know what happens at that point because I've never had to deal with it. So we're going to keep watching.
Why he was there. So for those that are husbands that really truly love your wives and don't actually want to just get rid of them over the weekend or whatever it is,
yeah, guilty.
But actually love their wives and are willing to put their lives on the line.
What? You didn't put your life on the line. You threw chairs from 6 stories, according to you. Putting your life on the line. Okay, dude. Come on. Wait.
I was in a very bad position.
There we go.
My wife ran downstairs while I was on the phone, and I didn't even know she ran downstairs. Or while she took the elevator. She didn't run downstairs.
No, you were both in the balcony. You didn't notice her leave the balcony and then go downstairs. I mean, is it possible? Sure, but like, pay attention maybe. No, you're right, Sean. He doesn't provide any evidence. He's like, everyone's conspiring against me with their evidence that is actually real. But then he provides nothing to contradict any of it. Like, bro, you might want. You've been a criminal for long enough. You should know how this works.
She took the elevator down the 6 flights. So I'm on the 6th floor. All of a sudden, my wife pops up, and a gentleman's got a screwdriver, and he's pulling it towards her and pointing it at her and shaking at her and yelling at her. So I had 2 options.
Do you think that maybe he was yelling at her to get back because she was being aggressive towards him? Because I kind of feel that that's the case. I'd love to see that footage, Jeremy. Just a thought.
Option 1, jump off the 6th floor balcony and try to hope that I would land on the Chevy Tahoe's.
You're jump certified, Jeremy. You don't think you could have managed it? Come on.
Roof and maybe Hollywood get up and roll off the roof like some fucking bullshit movie and go and then defend my wife's honor. Or I had the option to take the chairs that were near me and throw them nearest the tow truck driver.
Yeah, at him? Yeah. Okay, bud. Yeah, that was not a good option. Your other option should have been, hey, get away from my wife. Hey, wife, get away from that man. Everyone back up from each other. Stop. Everyone stop. Blah. The police will take care of this. Your option should not be throwing chairs. No. Here's what should have happened. Wife, get back. Get away from him. Get away from him now. Sir, get away from my wife. Step back to your car. Step back to your car. And then if your wife doesn't do it, well, she's dumb. That was a bad move on her part. I'm not saying she is dumb. I'm saying, like, that would have been, she should not have been there in the first place. Right? Let the police handle that sort of thing. Jeremy takes too much into his own hands, and this is why he's in a lot of trouble. But oh my God. Anyway. You got F-boy in jail. Code Ethos. Hey, I'm glad you're part of the stream. Thank you so much. We actually went over some of the arrest. I'm going to be doing more on that in the future. Jamie Mason. Yes. Thank you so much. Howie D, his life was on the line. He could have broken a fingernail throwing that chair. Anyway, yeah, I'm just sorry.
To make him step away from her as much as possible until I could get her away from him enough to where then there was enough distance that I could either get downstairs or she could turn around and run back inside.
Baloney.
So, again, it's either jump off the balcony and land on the roof and roll off like some fucking Mission Impossible shit, okay? Or realistically throw some chairs because there's no other option on a 6th floor balcony and make him walk away from her as much as possible. Which, shockingly, is what worked. Me throwing...
And then you got charges against you. Yeah, great job. And then you lied to police a bunch. You made them think something that wasn't true. And situation, et cetera, you done goofed. Okay, here, Jeremy, next time. Because there might be a next time. You have your wife call 911, and then you go downstairs and calmly try to figure out what is happening. What? Don't throw chairs at people from 6 stories up. That's stupid. Am I right? Am I wrong, anyone? Am I wrong about this? I don't think so. Anyway.
The chairs made him step back enough that she was...
Stacy, you're right. It's a rental car. Just let them steal it, right? Hey, my rental car is I'm pretty sure they have GPS trackers in them, right? Oh, it's so crazy. It was taken. Why are you fighting for a car that isn't yours? Good question. Call the rental place and be like, my car was just repossessed. Or someone stole it. Can you track it? And then get an Uber or something. I don't know. That's a great point, though. Matthew Daniel, exactly. Why didn't he jump if he's jump certified?
Safe for the few seconds that I was able to do so, to where she could turn around and get back inside the door.
Yeah, it's going to be 8 stories next.
Walked back outside. At that point, the Chicago police was already there because they were only down the road waiting for him to do the repo. What I said was, we are a funeral escort certified agency.
Oh, no, you didn't. You said you were a state certified agent. And they're like, oh, you're an officer. Got it. And then you're like, yeah, wife, get my badge. No, the first thing out of your mouth was not, we're a funeral escort company. No, you idiot. That's not what you said at all. It's not even close.
Through the state of Florida, which, if you have the time and do your own request, that was what I advised the one officer while I was saying, Ronnie, get my badge, to prove to them that we're with this company, Metro State, and we're a funeral escort company that's certified.
Yeah, this isn't even him talking, guys.
Funeral escorts.
It's not.
At no time did federal certified agent ever come out, because I can.
You said you were a state certified agent, bud. And they went, oh, you're an officer. And he went, yes. Where's my badge? What do you think a reasonable person is going to take from that? Your stupid little word vomit. Are you... No, I already know the answer to that. You are an idiot. You're an idiot, Jeremy. You think that wouldn't be a problem? How... You're 41. Act like it. Grow up. Be an adult. Use your brain. Think about your actions. Stop being stupid. Stop playing a victim. Get your life together. You've had 41 years to do it. What is your excuse? Oh, the police are after you? No, there's a reason for that. Because you're breaking the law. Try another one. Oh, because you're an idiot. That's right. That I'll accept as an excuse. You absolute nincompoop. Breaking out. He's a toddler, so I'm going to use the toddler insults.
I assure you, had I said that, for those that are not
Thank you, big time.
putting the pieces together, follow the yellow ball, the bouncing ball. I don't fucking get how you guys still aren't getting this.
We're not getting it because you're lying to us, Jeremy, and we're calling you out on it because you're absolutely wrong. We can watch the video. Well, the video's been edited. Okay, cool. It still shows that happened, though. The parts where that happened weren't edited out. So, shut up. Here's a thought. Weird.
Federal agent or a federal state certified agent.
Yeah, you said you were a state certified agent. Did he say federal? Hold on, guys. We're going to find out. Oh, no. They said you're a federal agent, you said. Hold on. Let me play this audio for you.
This isn't right. We were protecting ourselves.
You're a federal agent, you said, sir?
No, I'm a state certified agent.
Oh, yeah, no, he's not a federal agent. He's a state certified agent. Big difference. Good job, Jeremy. Well done. Yeah, you really convinced them that you weren't law enforcement with that one.
Law enforcement. I would have been arrested in Chicago for impersonating a police officer. For those that are too fucking stupid to figure that out, the Chicago police is actually a pretty smart department. Kind of.
Yeah, they weren't smart enough to keep pressing those charges. Bro. You got incredibly lucky on that one. I've got to assume that the person just didn't want to press charges. I don't know, man. It's nuts. Ashley, I'm probably not going to do that because I try not to involve the family members.
Like NYPD and LAPD and all those really big agencies, yeah, sure, they're still cops and they're guys on the road, but they're pretty smart that they can figure out, just like a smaller police department can figure out when you're saying you're a police officer.
Yeah, and they thought you were, they thought you were saying you were a police. They asked you if you were an officer and you said yes. They thought you were a police officer, you idiot. What is wrong with you? How are you this? You think people are going to believe anything you say? Why would you even put out this video? How? You know we can catch you in your lies. What? Just what? I'm not even, just what?
Federal agent.
Keeps freezing? Oh, I'm sorry.
Again,
thank you, Timothy. Yeah, I come here with my sense and common. Fake shoulder microphone. I'm so lonely tonight. I'm locked in an evidence room. Somebody come hug me. Thanks for your donation.
They did was they then took me to the local station, not to the jail. For those that keep saying I went to jail.
You were wrong about how I was incarcerated. You were still arrested, bud, because you're a moron. Spicy, Jay loves the attention. Do you think he's getting in trouble on purpose to stay relevant? That is a fun thought, and I like that thought. I don't think it's true, but I appreciate it.
And I was in jail. I was never in jail. I went to a local substation in the area. They took my photo, and within an hour, I was already leaving. And then shortly thereafter, crazy, those things called discovery, for those that are smart enough to know what the discovery process
Jeremy, you know almost nothing about law. Calm down for a second.
is. The state prosecutor for the state of Illinois was able to get the videos from the property and were able to get my 911 phone call where I'm advising the situation step by step and match it to the videos. See, that's one of the best things that I love that you guys keep falling for.
Then where is it, Jeremy? Where's the evidence? Love to see it. Can't wait to find out. But you're in jail. I forgot about that. You can't, can you? Maybe Jennifer will. Hey, Jennifer, can you get that for us? Thank you.
You love to watch these fucking videos where the videos are my voice supposedly, but...
Supposedly. You get an X for that. It's supposedly. Supposedly. It's like when people say nuclear. It's nuclear, people. I'm not gonna hate you for it, but I'm gonna think about it. Like, well, no, that's not right. Yes, that is your voice, Jeremy. It's shocking, I know. See, here's the thing. When you hear your voice played back, it doesn't sound like you because a lot of your stuff, it resonates through your jaw and to your ear bones, and it will sound more bassy and resonant to you. And then when you hear it, you're like, oh, that's not me. That's not what I sound like. Jeremy, it is what you sound like. Shocking, I know. Fake shoulder microphone. You don't have to smell 85 different types of cologne. That's right. $1,500 worth. Christopher Tillery, they took my photo. Yes, that's part of the process.
You never see it matched with my face to see my body language and my lips moving with the words and the cadence. All you see is some pictures in the background, and then supposedly that's my voice talking, and let alone that's what I said.
Probably is, bud.
It was spliced together, edited together. You all can say whatever the fuck you want. I really don't care. But it's funny when you're able to take surveillance footage and 911 call and you put it together and you can see the body language and it's going with what's being said. Amazingly, they dropped all the charges.
And there are many reasons why that may be the case that Jeremy is not even acknowledging. Now, maybe he's right and everything absolves him, but we have yet to see that video evidence. Love to see it, Jeremy, but where is it? Where'd it go, bud? You'd think that that's something you'd hold on to, huh? So crazy, I know. But I don't believe a word you're saying. Now, I don't know that you're lying, but we've already caught you in one lie, either now or then. You know, one of your statements don't match. So you lied at least once, either on scene or just now in this video. So it's weird that we wouldn't believe you. It's so crazy. Now, maybe he's right. He could be right. But I'm going to assume he's not. Because that's what I want.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that convenient? Isn't that weird? that they
No,
dropped
Jeremy,
the
you're
charges
weird.
because the 911 call
Just you.
is what we were saying from the beginning.
Did they just decline to press charges? What happened, Jeremy?
The Airbnb
Words in the air were never there. Pet Mets, I love it.
is what we were saying, and he was aggressively moving towards my wife with a screwdriver this fucking long.
Long handle orange screwdriver. Can you confirm that length for me? Does that look right, or is it a little bit bigger than that? Because you said that he was giving the wrong size there. I'm gonna pause that, give you that little image there. How's that look? Does that look about right? Is it wide enough? Is it long enough? You tell me. You let me know. I'll look for your response.
Again, we understand today that he was a repo agent trying to do his job. And repo agents probably deal with quite a bit of shit.
Yeah, people like you, Jeremy, it's shockingly, they do deal with that quite a bit, actually. Who would have thought?
And there's a lot of times where their lives are in danger or in jeopardy because somebody doesn't want you to take their car. Totally get that.
Kind of like how you didn't want them to take your car. That's weird.
But when my 5 foot 4 inch beautiful little wife comes running out of doors saying,
I'm
"Get
not
away
gonna
from
say
our
it.
truck and our stuff," maybe that's when you should advise who you are.
Maybe your wife should ask some questions instead of screaming at him. Get out of here with that logic. Go away. Stop it. No. This guy, am I right? Hold on, what did we just get? Sorry. Aaron, if he didn't care, I don't think he would be wasting time on this video. Yeah, I agree with you on that one. Fake shoulder microphone. Thank you for the donation, by the way. Negative 37. I don't care what people say about me, but I'm going to post 33 YouTube videos and a whole webpage about myself. You guys are nailing it. Love it. And Monica, yes. Real police edits my videos, but he also edits his videos. Shocking. Fake shoulder. Yes. It was a cold day, that windy Chicago morning, afternoon, evening. Windy City. It's actually that long if it was a warm day, but it shrunk. Like a frightened turtle. There we go.
And say, "Hey, ma'am, I'm really sorry. I'm a repossession agent. This vehicle is up for repossession. Maybe you can get your stuff out real fast because I got to take this." Some crazy fuck shit like that makes more sense than pulling a screwdriver this long and waving it in my wife's face. Crazy, I know. I mean, at the end of the day, the charges were dropped. State Attorney's Office dropped the charges.
That's true.
I didn't even have to go there at all. I didn't even have to go back to Chicago and deal with that. It was dropped on its own. Again, not charged with impersonating a federal agent or a law enforcement officer or battery or launching a missile or any crazy shit like that. And of course, again, like I said, the charges were dropped because...
Yeah, you said that a lot, bud. You said that many, many times. That's come out of your mouth a lot. You're real obsessed with that, huh? But why don't you become a little more obsessed with providing evidence? That's something I am a little obsessed with. That's pretty important to me. I think that shows my videos. And so where's your stuff?
Because the state prosecutor's office got all the information and saw the truth. Crazy.
Now, he did say he was never arrested. And he was, but he was never convicted. And you know, you can't trust anything that comes out of this guy's mouth. That's crazy talk.
But I do want to say...
Jennifer has a tramp stamp from Metro State. I hope not. I might get a tramp stamp from Metro State. I won't. That was a joke, by the way. But wouldn't that be fun? John, yes.
Chicago dudes that took me in, the 2 officers, you guys were really cool guys. Real cool. I mean... They even got me a soda, hung out with me for a little bit. We sat and watched TV for the...
Yeah, some officers are pretty chill. What's up? Sorry, I'm still dealing with some weirdness. Sheepdog, the hand signals are Jeremy talking about cellmate's wiener. Ooh, that's a spicy take on that. Your Honor, I was trained on special services how to direct chair from height so they hit the intended target. Love it.
The hour that I was waiting for them to clear me. I was never in a holding cell or a jail.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
I mean, they transported me to the substation, the local substation, yeah, I was in cuffs there. But once we got inside, it was like night and day. They were cool as fuck. You guys were awesome, very polite. Actually, very polite officers for a big city department. You know, if you guys are seeing it, great. You know, thanks. If you're not, whatever. But for those that want to talk shit, you guys are wasting your
Live button? Yeah, you're right. It's been a while since we hit that. I'm amazed at the batteries. I put in like not great batteries in this. It's amazing how well they're working. 5 stars.
in your minutes. So I appreciate everyone out there. Just wanted to touch base on these 2 little things real fast. Kind of throw some updates out there. Sorry, you're only getting about 20 minutes of my life, and you're not actually.
It's 29 actually.
The back of me walk around and drive around town. I'm sure that.
Yeah, we're very disappointed that we didn't get to see you go to Starbucks. Very, very disappointing. That's my favorite part, is a Starbucks. Makes you very relatable, Jeremy.
This is maybe a little better than.
Thank you, Kilo.
While I drive through the city of Orlando.
I will.
Or I'm picking out my sunglasses out of the box.
That's another reference to me. Yay! Oh, he does watch my videos. He's so mad about that. He referenced it, 3 times now? Love it. I love it so much.
For my watches.
There's another one of the watches.
Anyways, love you guys.
You know you don't. You don't love us. You don't love us. Not me. Morentions, how's it going, Windy City? So windy it rains chairs upon tow truck drivers. Better pack another pepperball gun in the rock. In the rook, I believe. Yeah, officer, I didn't throw the chair. It blew in from across the fence. It was the craziest thing. Your city is nuts.
Fans, I really
end it, Jeremy.
appreciate
Just end
the
it.
words. You guys be safe. Motor One's rolling.
Motor One's rolling. You what? No outro? What is this lack of professionalism, Jeremy? What is happening? Anyway, that's it. That's all I got, guys. That's it. Oop, yummy. Gotta warm my foot. Getting a little cold. Fake shoulder microphone. Is it wrong to have the overwhelming desire to push him into the pool? Only if he doesn't drown. Right? Now, if he had the overwhelming desire to drown him, that would be a concern. But, get him wet. Yeah. I wouldn't stop you. I wouldn't recommend it legally. But I wouldn't stop you. But that's the end of the stream. What are your questions? And by end of the stream, I mean I'm going to keep going. But that's the end of the part that I had planned. How you guys doing? Motor One's not rolling now. No, my lighting got weird. Because I was using the windows to light me. I have the new camera, though, so it's going to get better. Yeah, it got really dark all of a sudden. How's it going, guys? D-Rex, Jeremy, hand expression equals invisible. Last intro. Is ruck a police term? I don't believe so. I think it's a military term. What happened to my lighting? What is going on here? Oh, it's better on that screen. That's why. That's why I was confused. It's all right. It's all right. Windy Chair City. Shows Channel 2 News Rest. Oh, I did that earlier. Yeah, it was. I mean, they just walked him. It was nothing too exciting. But how is he so stupid? That's what I would ask myself every day. Every day, ladies and gentlemen, I wonder, why is Jeremy such a dummy? Sexy moonlighting. Oh, my girlfriend had this idea. Well, I had this idea, and my girlfriend was like, you need to do it. But I was like, I was joking. And she was like, well, I'm not. I had... So in my spare time, like in between, like when I have like 5 minutes here and there, but like not anything enough to do with anything else, like more substantial, I go on Facebook Marketplace and look for like cheap furniture or like things I want to put in my house. And I got this advertisement for an Audible book called Trust Me, I Hate You. And it's definitely like gay pornography, like military related. I'm just like, whoa. They must have heard me talking about Jeremy. But I had this hilarious idea that every once in a while I would just read police fan fiction. Really, really close to the microphone. Make it real interesting. And just the officer patted the man down took off his jacket sensually or something. Sensually? That's the word. I don't know. I thought some people would enjoy it. I don't think most of you enjoy it. My girlfriend's like, you need to do that. And I was like, okay, well, calm down a second, lady. Look at Discord, you say. Don't mind if I do. I don't know how you guys feel about that. Sergeant Blue Bacon Army. What? Yes. Copy that. Or it's ended though. It's over. I'm just hanging out now. How you guys doing? My moderator is saying that I'm going too long, I think. But now I'm just, I'll let it die out. I'll probably go just a little longer, not too much longer. But I've been having fun doing this. 5:30, 6:30. We'll be doing this a little over 2 hours. It's not bad. Yeah, 2 hours 10. Not too shabby. Listen to more LEO permitted at the office for the live feed, Jeremy. So I should travel across America, film funerals from every state. I feel like by the time I'm able to do that, this whole Jeremy thing is going to have blown over. I do want to travel across America and do ghost investigations. I think that'll be a lot of fun. But we'll see. We'll see how COVID is doing, how the channel is doing by that point. Et cetera. Hey, Reaper Man, I want your sergeant. Yep. Oh, sorry, I got distracted. I don't think there is any fan fiction of me yet. Jeremy Dewitte, Blue Bacon fan fiction. I'm not that popular. Not yet. Oh, God. Ugh. I'd read it. What am I talking about? Oh, man. But anyway. Vicarious Wanderlust here from the southeastern Washington, the Jeremy side of the state. You already watched the jail call video he posted? No, we're going to do that in a different stream because I can't do this one for too long. I have some other stuff I have to take care of, paperwork related. But yeah, well, with that though, I do need to get going. You guys have been fantastic. I had a lot of fun doing this one, doing a little clap back to Jeremy. Yeah, every time he tries to insult me, there's a clap back video for you. So, I'm not going to stop you, Luke, but it better be good. Anyway, video of Glenn Serio getting owned by Braxton again? I have not. I will look for it. Oh, toxigenic. That's bad. Oh, that's a bad joke. I love it, though. All right, but for real this time, I got to get going. Thank you all so much. Maybe I'll do another one tomorrow if I can. It'll be a late one though. It might be a short one. We will see. So hopefully, I'll keep you guys informed. If it happens, it's gonna be late, but we'll do a shortish one. I think he's gonna wait in jail until his court date. But anyway, no more distractions. I got to go. Everyone, you've been incredible. Until the next time, be good. Stay safe.